Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing how I made 28,000 in the month of June purely through option trading. There's no gamble, no meme stock, just real repeated strategies that I personally use in my portfolio every single week. This video isn't hype, it's about getting the real results and what is actually possible when you see consistent risk manageable option strategies. I will be showing you the exact trades that I made, what worked, what didn't work, and how I was able to generate this income while keeping most of my capital safe. If you are trading or investing in 2025 and you want real world results instead of just theory, stick around to the end of this video. Moving forward, I'll be sharing what is my profits every single month and the mistake that I made this month so that you can learn from it. Starting from this video, I'll be doing a monthly overview of what are the biggest mistakes. I'm also sharing what I'll be changing going into July and the biggest mistake that I made this month so that you can learn from it. So now let's talk about my weekly routine and how I exactly execute this trade. Most of my option trades happen on Monday. That is because I mainly run a weekly option strategy, selling options that expire in 5 days or less. This gives me more controls over my position and I know exactly what I'm getting in at the start of the week. And I'm not stuck into a long position where things can go sideways. And because I'm trading short dated options, the stock usually doesn't move drastically within just a few days. So I've built a habit of every week I go through the charts, keep track of the price action, and get familiar with the price range of the stock I'm trading. This is what I do on a daily basis. I'm not throwing darts. I only trade stocks that I know inside out and I'm comfortable holding it long term if I get assigned. This is one of the most important rule I follow in my strategy. If I sell a put, I need to be fully okay owning that stock. You can see from my Google Sheet, every Monday, I sit down and record every key detail of my option trade. This is part of my routine. I don't just place trades and forget about them. I record everything. I track the stocks I'm trading, the strategy that I'm using, whether it's a cash secure put, a covered call, a spread, or something else. Firstly, I will record the number of contracts, the strike price, the expiration date, and how much premium I'm getting from this trade. I will also include the commission cost for this trade and the collateral needed to place this trade and even my potential profit, both if I hold the trade to expiration or if I choose to buy it back early. These may sound like small details, but they are actually critical if you want to grow consistently as a trader. Without tracking your trades, you won't know what is working and what is not, or where your profits are coming from. And when you're dealing with multiple trades each week across different ticker symbol and strategy, you need a system to keep everything clear. So if you are serious about option trading, this is a habit I highly recommend. Track every trade down to the last dollar. That is how you can build consistency, spot mistake early, and making sure you are actually profitable, not just guessing. If you take a look here, this part of my Google Sheet is where I record something very important, my margin interest. Now, I don't normally recommend using margin, but I do use a small controlled amount, especially when I'm over leveraged on some of my position. I trade using Tiger Broker and they charge about 6.5% interest on borrowed funds. These interests are calculated daily, so it adds up quickly. That is why I also include it as a cost in my P&L. Even if the trade is profitable, the margin interest reduce your actual return. And if you ignore it, you might think that you are making money while you are actually bleeding slowly. So here's the reminder I want to pass on. Always track your interest costs. Always understand how margin work, and most importantly, try not to use leverage unless you truly know what you are doing. I have seen margin destroying accounts. It gives you extra buying power, but it also multiply your risk. And if a trade go against you, it can trigger a margin call or force sell your position before you get a chance to recover. By the way, if you are getting value from this so far, do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button. I break down strategies like the whale strategy, covered call, and whale portfolio update every single week. Now let's back to the video. Alright, let's break down the core strategy that helped me make 28,000 in June. I'm not chasing the hype. I'm not betting on penny stock. What I do every single month, run a repeatable, consistent strategy called the whale strategy. The whale strategy is simple but powerful when you execute it with discipline. I start by selling cash secure put. That means I'm getting paid upfront to agree to buy a stock I actually want to own at a lower price. So for example, if I trade Nvidia at 155, I can sell a cash secure put at 150. I'm saying that I will buy 100 shares of Nvidia at 150, but pay me first. If the stock price drops and I get a sign, great. I buy it at a cheaper price than the market value. And if it doesn't, I get to keep the premium. Now, once I've owned the shares, I move on to the second step. I sell covered call on them. That means I'm getting paid again to agree to sell these stocks at a higher price. It's a rise and repeat system. Sell put, get a sign, sell calls, and get caught away and repeat. That is a real strategy. But that is not all I run. I also diversify with a few other strategies to smooth out the income. I use credit spreads on ETF like SPY and QQQ where I want defined risk and a smaller capital exposure. I also sell iron condor when markets are choppy sideways. It's great for collecting premiums when nothing is happening. And occasionally I sell leap options. Those are long dated deep in the money call that I pair with short-term call, selling to create a synthetic covered call without tying much capital. Here's the real key. The principle I follow every single month, no matter what the market is doing. Number one, sell option, don't buy them. I'm not here to gamble. I sell option because of the data decay. Time working against option buyer works in my favor. Every single day that passes, the option loses value and the decaying become profitable in my account. Number two, only trade high liquidity, which is high IV stocks. I stick with ticker symbol like Nvidia, Tesla, Palantir, stocks that have high trading volume and elevate implied volatility. Why? Because they offer juicy premium and a tight bid and ask spread, which means more profit, less slippage. Number three, never trade naked. Every trade I take is either cash secured or defined risk. No naked call, no uncontrolled margin exposure ever. I always protect my downside, and that is how I stay in the game long term. Number four, don't chase the stock. I only enter trades on red days when the stock dips and the premium spike. I don't chase for green candles. No FOMO, no revenge trade, no trading just because I'm bored. Number five, keep my delta exposure neutral. I'm not here to predict where the market is going next week. I'm building my portfolio so that if the market moves up or down, I'm not heavily exposed either way. I'm here to collect premium, not to make risky directional bets. These rules, they are simple, but they have saved me from blowing up many times. They keep me focused, disciplined, and profitable month after month. If you are struggling to stay consistent with options, start here. Build your system around this principle and the result will follow. So that is exactly how I made 28,000 in June using simple, repeatable option strategy. No guessing on mean stock, just solid execution and risk management. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it is that consistency beat hype. Stick to your rules, track your trades, and stay in control of your risk. And remember, this isn't just about one good month. I'll be doing another update at the end of July, and I will share how I adjust my strategy based on the market condition, earnings season, and more. If you find this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment on my video. I have put a link down below for my Google Sheet tracking system on option trading. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, trade smart and stay profitable.